Hello everybody, thank you for attending on the Language Challenge channel and into the Language Challenge that you are attending, you are viewing this. Let's wait for everybody to gather around. Let's see. Do we have a connection? First, tell me please, where are you from? From which part of the world are you connecting with me? And what is your language challenge? Which language are you challenging yourself to learn? Because this is always very interesting. Always very, very interesting to know. So, I'm connecting with you right now from Germany. And I would like to also know from you, from what part of the world are you connecting with me now? That's always interesting to know. Anyway, give me a sign of life. From which country are you connecting with me now? And today, I just wrote you some mysterious letters and numbers. But first of all, I welcome you on the Language Challenge. Language Challenge. Today we have week number 11 out of 52. That means we are still in the beginning. Let me know how is going your progress with your language challenge. How is going with the words, with vocabulary, with Anki cards, as I was telling you, with the Tandem, with the conversation you can have almost for free on the app Tandem, which is helping a lot in this. And how is your using language, and also you can practice it listening with the videos on YouTube or on Netflix. This is the way I was also learning. So let me know in the comment. I'm very curious to know. And yes, without a further ado, let's go to the content. So today the subject is how to, is knowing the foreign language helping in getting the new job? That's the main question. So today the question is about the job. Yeah? How does it help? Job. And job means also salary. Salary. From knowing new language. You know, it was actually the subject which was always close to my heart and close to my wallet, because it was always the financial and career motivation for me to progress also with language learning. For example, I was learning English at school, but I couldn't speak. I was quite good in English, by the way. I was very bad in German language in school, but in English I was quite good. But then I went out to England to work, and I needed English for there, and as it appeared, I didn't speak English almost at all, or I knew, let's say, 5% of English. So that was very weak, because I was learning in school, and school learning is a little bit detached from reality. So I had to improve my English to also be able to develop my career outside of my native country of Poland. And then I saw it that I forgot the light. Sorry for this. Yeah, and then I noticed that I can actually learn also other languages and try my strength also outside of Poland in different countries. I was learning English quite long, probably about 10 years, and then I decided to move to Austria, to Vienna, beautiful city of Vienna, to develop my career. I was in my native country, I was already on the manager position. I was working 9 years in the one of the biggest corporation in Warsaw, in Poland, developing my career finding to the senior, well, like manager position, managing the whole sales force in Poland, and from this I wanted to apply my knowledge in different country. The problem is that I didn't speak any other languages than English. English was good, it was useful, but I wanted to learn other language. So then I really wanted to do it. So I could go on an easy way. Easy doesn't mean the best. And for me was, I need to also know other language. So then I put myself on the challenge to move to another country which will be German speaking, because I'm thinking that in Europe, after English, the German is the second most needed language, most spoken, and is spoken by very powerful countries. Nobody have a doubt that Germany is very powerful country. They have one of the biggest economy in the whole world. It's number 3 after USA, China, and there is a Germany. So it's not a very big country, but it got huge and very powerful economy. So that's why, and then another country is Switzerland. Nobody have a doubt that is the financial center of the world. It's also because of the high quality goods they produce, including watches, and they are famous for financial services. And Austria is not a weak country at all, because it's quite powerful in the middle of Europe and always connected with European Union and the most powerful countries, including Switzerland and Germany. So then my step in career was to German-speaking countries to increase my knowledge of German. I had to improve it and learn as quickly as possible to be able to develop my career back to the manager position I had before in my native country. So then I learned German, and I'm the living example of this, that learning the foreign language can bring the job and different salary because of learning the new language. And I will have today some data which will support this knowledge. So this is what is. We have checked data from OECD, statistic data from OECD from 2022. So not a very long time ago, almost new. And it's after COVID time. So it's, let's say, whatever changed the COVID in the world in terms of companies, approach company and employee relations, whatever changed, it was already applied. Whole 2022 is taken into consideration. About this, yes, from statistic of job statistic. Stats. And the first one is English. So, in Europe, English language is spoken in whole of the world as international language of finance, of science. But in Europe, only 2 countries are speaking English, which is Great Britain and Ireland. So actually, we start from this, and it's English as the first. Do you know that according to OECD, between knowing English on the level A, let's say A, which is basic, it's not communication, to the level of B1, B2, there is a 21% salary difference. 21% salary difference between knowing English in the level basic to the communicative level of B1, B2. This is incredible. 21%. So if you earn wherever, let's say 3,000 something, then you can have 3,600 with knowing English to the B2 level. If you earn 5,000, let's say, zloty, then with English you can earn 2,000 more, which is 6,000 plus 1,000, and to the level of C1, if you would like to know, if you want to learn to C1, C2 level, which is more like academic level, the difference is another plus 30%. And this, you have to say, is quite a lot, because this means that from A1 plus to B2 is 21, from B2 to C1 is 30%, and it's together is 60% to knowing from those to this. This plus 60%, but this is academic level. You may need it, but not many people need it. Most of the people don't. The most important is this, that you can have 20% knowing English in Europe, OECD countries. Yeah, that's the first. Second language is German. Knowing German in Europe. So you know, in Europe we have about 50 countries. 27 of them are in European Union, other 20 something are not. But in general, knowing English is like this. And the German was like there. So English and the German. And German also between A1 was still between A1 and B2. Oh, let's write it here the same. B1, B2 is plus 30%. Plus 30%. So this is actually from the basic, yeah? Plus 30% in salary. That was 30. But if you want to learn to the academic level, it's still also 60% from the basic, yeah? If you want to learn from C1, C2. Amazing. Plus 30%. In English, plus 20. In German, plus 30%. The average, the mediana salary in English, in knowing English as foreign language, German as foreign language. Now let's go to the le bleu. Le bleu, I mean French. And still amazing data. From the level very simple, doesn't matter, to B1, B2, there is plus 40% salary increase. And to the level of C1, C2, there was, from this to this was 60%, which is very important also, but it's, as I said, it's academic level. But still, even not standard, the most important for us are this level. Yeah? And for this you have plus 21 in English, plus 30 in German, plus 40 in French. So let me know in a comment if that's not something which is worthwhile to think about it and maybe even to learn. That's something which was working on my brain. It was also working on my imagination, that I can open myself to much higher opportunities. And opportunities means also much higher salary, much more jobs I can choose from learning the new language. That was working for me, and that did work for me positively. Another statistic I found from OECD is that according to this and the vacancies, which is that 20% of vacancies, 21 I'll tell you, 21% OECD, in OECD. Let's cut it. "21% of vacancies required at least one language." That may be really interesting. That's maybe really interesting. 21%. And if we go specifically to each language, that was according to this in all OECDs. Let's say like in all OECD countries. But in different countries, there is a different requirement in terms of languages. For example, in France, it was 48%. 48% of vacancies. In Germany, 39% vacancies required foreign language. And in Denmark, that was expecting 36%. 36% of vacancies require the language. That's amazing. Portugal, 36 also. What other country we have? Belgium, 34. 34 of positions, vacancies required foreign language. So as you see, not in every country they require foreign language, and in some countries more, some countries less. So if that's also your countries, then you know. Now you know it. Sweden, 29%. Netherlands, 26%. 27%. Romania, 27, yeah. 27%. So you see, at least one language is required in all OECD in 21% of all vacancies. But in different countries may be different, but in France, look, 48, almost half of the positions are required speaking at least one foreign language. German, 39, so it's 40% almost. Denmark, same, 36, Portugal, 36, Belgium, 34, Sweden, 29, Netherlands, 27, Romania, 27. So at least 1/5 until every second offer requires a foreign language. So that's really a lot. Yeah. And what I know also is that actually for manager position, manager positions required was 50% of vacancies. And that's the, and you see, usually the foreign language is required on the manager higher positions, and but manager is not very high position, it's just the medium, let's say level positions. But you know also, you know very good that there are also a lot of offers which are for customer service, customer or also international sales, which are on normal, let's say level, is not in any way high position, and it also requires to speak, a lot of them requires or expect to speak foreign language. And from this you see that it really pays off. 20% if you speak English to the B level, that's the communicative level I'm all the time talking about. Germany plus 30%, French, German language, French language plus 40%. It really pays off to learn the language, to learn the new language. So really, it really pays off. So that's why I encourage you also to take a look at this data, and also to think about it, that which language would you like to learn, with which language would you like to challenge yourself with, and this can open yourself, according to the statistic data, can open yourself to the much higher salary just by enriching your knowledge to the level of B1, B2, 20%, 30, 40% salary increase in just, that's mediana, how many people well earning knowing this or this language. And as you see, in OECD, 21% of vacancies were expecting at least one foreign language, but in some countries it may be a lot higher. Like in France, 48% of vacancies, Germany 39, Denmark 36, Portugal 36, and so on and so forth. And the manager positions is 50%. And I'm talking about manager because my aim always was in Germany, in Austria, in Europe also, to come back myself from my native country, Poland, where I was working in big corporation in the manager level position. I want to come back to this position also being in Germany, and this is, I succeeded after less than 2 years, and that was really like less than 2 years. I won the interview for this, and well, actually it was 1.5 years when I won interview for being back on a manager position, and later I moved to another bigger company where I'm where I was all quite good position. And this is always connected with higher salary, and this is what we, and that's the salary. If I didn't write it or I didn't underline it, but this is, guys and girls, this is salary. We are talking money. That's the salary plus 20%. That's the salary. Or if you want to go to level C1, C2, that was 60% in English, 60% in German and French. All of them plus 60% from standard knowing. But just communicative level. This is reachable. And this is what I do. I want to reach communicative level, speaking communicative level as soon as possible. And this is, I'm talking about 6 to 12 months. This is what I do now in French, because this is my language challenge. Anyway, please let me know, what do you think about it? Does it move you to approach the new language, to learn the new language? Does it help you also to choose to learn new language? Because that's the hard facts. That's the hard facts, hard statistics. And there is no doubt that you can earn more. In general, in some countries, you can earn more knowing foreign language, it's less. For example, I know that in Poland, I can write in Poland. For example, I know that in Poland, about 20% of the position requires at least one foreign language, and you can earn also plus 21%, which is exactly the average working salaries in OECD, 20%. But in Germany, it's 39% of the positions require foreign language, and you can earn plus 13% more. But it all depends. It's a mediana, plus 13%. But in Germany, then the salary is quite high, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad at all, to be honest. And yeah, in countries, all of them, sometimes the salary differs a lot, and also cost of living differs a lot. For example, in Denmark, maybe more expensive, but then the salary is quite high. And in Germany, the salary may be lower than in Denmark, but then it's cheaper to live. It's just standard, normal living. Yeah. So this may differ, but I hope it can gave you also overview. That's are things which are measurable. You know, that's the things which are measurable, and you can influence them. So. I hope you like it, and if there are any questions, let me know please now in the comment, or you can also add in the comment just later. I don't mind to answer also later to this, because I will check it. This video will be also later visible, so then you can also see it. What I can tell you now. Let me know in the comment. Let me know in the comment. What do you think about it? Right. So, thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for joining. I hope it helped you to take a decision, to take a step forward, to take a step to learn one of those languages, because it can really develop your career. It can help you to earn more, and this is why we work also. Yeah, this is why we work. You can have a business. I have business which allows me to also, with extra time, also earn more, but business in real estate. Yeah, languages I make because I love it. But if you are working now, you work to support your family, you work to develop yourself to be able to live the standard you're living, the standard that you want to live. But for this, you need higher salary. And this is what the numbers are supporting now, knowing English language, German or French. I think this can also help you or your friends to challenge yourself to learn the new language. So please share this video with somebody who is also looking for data, or wants to start to learn new language, or tries to learn new language but cannot get through the difficulties, the mental and the hardship of learning. We need to have some motivation for this. We need persistence for this. But please share this video, and this can help somebody to make decision to learn. And what else? It can also learn. It can also help learn new languages. All right. So thank you very much for attending, and I hope it helped you. Please write any comment. I hope it helped you, save you some time in searching, can motivate you to learn new language. And yeah, please share the video with somebody. And see you next week. See you next week on the webinar. Take care.